Threat, 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 threat.
We had a crisis training with the Merrick County Sheriff's Department. We've tried to have these annually with the Sheriff's Department. Kevin Campbell, the Merrick County Sheriff, comes out and goes through our staff, any of the new information he has received from his law enforcement training, and passes it along to our staff to update their knowledge of how to deal with crisis situations. I helped schedule Kevin Campbell and then talked to him last week before he came out about what kinds of things he was going to do and how he was going to deal with situations with our staff, what kind of situations we'd like to see him cover, and what kinds of things he would need from us in the case of a crisis. We set him up last week with a scenario. We told him to come in as a potential intruder, pretend to be an intruder, and come into school unbeknownst to us, unannounced to us, and see if he could get in and see where he could get in the school. He managed to get in the building, his way around the hallways, and in his role play, what he considered shooting, I think about 10 or 15 people, he said he got before we were able to get an announcement off. He went in the office and was able to shoot those people who would normally make the announcement over the PA first, and so he did that on purpose to see what our contingency plans were for making announcements without the office people available. We started probably last year with the new training because the Merrick County had come out with new protocols of either getting out of the building, running away from where the danger is, or fighting back with the intruder, whereas the old protocols had been to lock down, to shelter in place, and to wait for someone to come. And the Merrick County folks had gone to training and learned these new protocols and came last year to pass those on to our staff.
Basically, we do an active shooter training, and this was part 2 of our active shooter training. The second time we've been out here, we're out here towards the end of school year last year, and then we came up here to refresh with the employees, and then they have some new teachers, and then we did some active shooter role playing so they could see what we're going to do. One of the things that I've been talking with all of our local schools about is the importance of all the schools try very hard to keep all the doors locked and everything. Today, unfortunately, it was really easy because they have some electricians working on their air conditioning unit. I came in here shortly after noon, and just not in this outfit, but in civilian clothes, and came in with a paintball gun, walked right in, and started acting as a active shooter. I covered the school in about 4.5 minutes. They did announce, I hit the office, and try to use some of the things that we've learned, and then they announced it. And once they announced it, the school did fantastic because they went into their lockdown procedures. They locked and secured the doors, and then I was not able to get in any further. It doesn't have to be a big school. It can be a small school. It can be a rural setting. There's no clear-cut school that's going to be next. I think it's very important, and we go to all of our schools. We train hands-on with paintball guns, pellet guns, like we did today, where our officers get used to how to search a building, either by themselves or with a 2-man team or a 3-man team or a 4-man team, so that in the event it happens, that we can go in and we know we can do our job and do it safely for us too.